What's up everybody, it's Alan here. Welcome to another video of account progression, and I started off today by doing Dragon Slayer. This is where I left off last video, and this is an amazing quest for strength and defense experience. Just from doing this you get 18k in each of them, and when I started off this account I wanted to complete most of the quests that give great melee experience before I actually start to train my melee stats. In the past I would only do a few quests and then I would just dive right into the combat training, but you're able to skip a lot of the early levels just from doing these quests, which is really nice. I mean, for example, I've gone from 1 to 44 defense just purely questing, so that's really good. There's a few more quests that give good melee experience too, such as Olaf's quest, Haunted Mine, and the Camelot training room after doing King's Ransom. So I'll be planning on doing those at some point. King's Ransom I may not do for a while because it does have a few steep requirements, and the Camelot training room can also be a little bit tough as well. But this is a current look at my current stats. Total level 962, a little bit over 9.4 million experience. So the account, again, it's still coming along pretty nicely. So here's the dig site quest completed. Really great mining experience, 15.3k mining XP. I mean, that's really good. That skips so many of the early levels, and this is such an easy quest to do overall. And I'm going to be slowly going for the mining requirement for Lunar Diplomacy, which is level 60 mining. I'm not sure when exactly I'm going to be doing that, but I'm still going to need level 61 crafting too, but I'm only one level away from that. And then I just need to do Lost City and Shiloh Village, I believe. But for mining, I'm definitely going to be getting at least Varrock Armor 1 before I do any sort of mining training. With this armor, it comes from the Easy Varrock Diaries, and it provides a chance to get double ores up to coal, I believe. And if I'm power mining iron, this is going to significantly increase my experience per hour. Every time the effect takes place of getting the double ores, you also get the XP for that double ore. So in turn, it's kind of like double XP. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the diaries today. I'm definitely going to be doing them sometime soon. But as for today, I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and see. So I've been AFKing a lot recently, and I've just been working on my attack level. I'm currently in full rune gear, and I also have an obsidian cape as well. So I'm currently 58 attack, so I've gone up about 10 levels so far, and I've been training on the sand crabs on Zaya. Like I said, it's super AFK, it's decent XP per hour as well. There's a certain spot you could stand at, and then you can AFK for 10 minutes, or it's like 15 minutes, and then the sand crabs stop aggroing, and then you just run away, go back to the spot, and it's essentially just that. So I've been doing that a lot for today. But right now, I currently have a long-term skilling goal in mind, and at some point I do want to go for 99 cooking, and I'll most likely be doing that from Karambwans. But to do that, I'll need to do Taibo Wanai Trio at some point. I do have all of the requirements for it, so I'm going to be getting up my cooking level today, and I'm going to start making some wines, and then I'll probably be cooking sweet corn until like level 70 or so. So I think it's still slightly profitable, that's why I want to do it. And it's not terrible cooking experience, and at level 53 you stop burning the sweet corn, so I guess that's pretty nice. Anyways, I'm going to be buying a lot of grapes and jugs of water, and let's make these wines. Alright, so I just got level 53 cooking, and like I said, I'm just going to buy a lot of sweet corn, and I'm just going to be AFKing with those. I'm not sure how long it takes to get to level 70 or so, but I'm going to start the process, and let's see what kind of gains I can make. Currently level 66 cooking at the moment, and I'm just going to be sitting here all day. I'm not sure exactly what level I'm going to stop at. I did mention level 70 or so, but I basically want to find the perfect level to stop at. And when I say the perfect level, basically there comes a certain point when you're cooking Karambwans, you're going to be burning a lot of them until you achieve higher cooking levels, and I mean you're going to be burning a lot of them. But at a certain point, you burn the perfect amount to where it costs nothing. So for example, let's say I buy 1,000 raw Karambwans and I only successfully burn 300 of them. And then when I sell the remaining 700, I won't lose any money. I want to get to that point. But then as I progress higher in cooking, I'll slowly start to profit. I also didn't mention this yet, but the reason why I want to cook Karambwans in the first place is because I want to one-tick them. It's the fastest possible cooking XP in the game. It's better than wines. I think wines caps out at about 490k XP per hour, but it is a little bit costly and I don't have the GP to really fund it. That's why I'd rather cook Karambwans. And then once I start profiting from them, I'll be making decent money per hour as well. And one ticking isn't that necessarily hard to do. In my opinion, it's pretty easy. So that's what I want to do, and I'm probably just going to be doing that to level 99. I might even do some post-cooking experience on this account as well, but that's all in the future, so I guess I'm going to have to wait and see. But right now, I'm just still going to finish up these sweet corns. I may switch over to wines at some point just to finish off the remaining experience, but I guess I'm just going to have to wait and see. So I did switch back to wines for the remaining cooking experience, and I should be hitting level 70 from this XP drop, so I'm just waiting for it. There we go, 85k, level 70 cooking, and I'm actually going to start crambons from here, and I did say that I was going to try and calculate the probability of cooking them at certain levels to try and find that perfect level, but I'm just going to start from level 70, and I'm just going to wing it, so we'll see what happens. And I'm also going to do some quests for right now. At some point, I would like to unlock fairy rings, but I'll need to complete up to Fairy Tale Part 1 first, and then just start Fairy Tale Part 2. And then before I can even cook the crambons, I still need to do Taibo Wane Trio. So right now, let's just get some quests out of the way. So here's Lost City out of the way, and the next quest, like I said, is going to be Fairy Tale Part 1. And also, I think this is a requirement for Lunar Diplomacy, so that also is pretty helpful as well that I got this out of the way. For Lunar Diplomacy, I just still need to do Shiloh Village. But right now, let's do Fairy Tale Part 1. Fairy Tale Part 1 completed, and I get level 19 farming from this quest, so now I'm going to start Part 2 and complete it up to the part where you can unlock the fairy rings. You don't actually need the stat requirements to even start the quest, which is why as soon as you complete Part 1, you can unlock them right away after starting Part 2, and it takes like 10 or 15 minutes, so it's really worth doing. Then when you want to actually complete the quest, then you need the stat requirements for it. The only annoying part is talking to Martin right here, and you have to wait like 5 minutes after initially talking to him to even begin the quest, so I guess I'm just going to sit here for like 5 hours. And here's Taibo Wane Trio completed. This is going to put me at 87 quest points, and now I just need to talk to all of the people in this area for the experience rewards, and this is going to get me 2500 attack and strength XP, 5k fishing and cooking experience, and this is also going to get me the ability to cook crambons, which is why I did this quest in the first place. And I'm actually pretty excited on testing out this method. I imagine since I'm only level 70 cooking, I am going to be losing money from the start, but it won't really matter a whole lot. This is going to be really good experience, even if I'm burning a lot of them at early levels. So let's head over to the Grand Exchange and let's try this method out. So I have my first transaction of crambons, and I currently have 511k right here. I did lose a little bit of money from it, but let's look at the first one. So I bought 882 of them and sold 692 of them. I lost about 24k right here, and then in the next transaction I lost about 46k, but I mean the experience per hour is pretty good even if I'm only level 70. I did manage to hit 73 cooking from this, which was really nice, and I was just one-ticking the whole time, and I imagine when I hit level 80 plus I should start to break even or even slightly profit, but I guess I'm just going to have to wait and see until I get to that certain level. So yeah, pretty nice. Crambons, yeah, OP. So something small that I wanted to get out of the way was the Natural History Museum quiz. This is going to put me at level 9 Slayer and Hunter. At some point I will be starting Slayer, and my first goal will be to unlock Broad Bolts. I'm just going to need enough Slayer points to do that, and I'll probably be making a lot of those when I start to train my fletching. And I wanted to get level 9 Hunter as well because it allows me to skip the most annoying Hunter training, which is level 1 to 9 Hunter from Copper Longtails, I believe. And if you have ever done level 1 to 9 Hunter that way, you already know what I'm talking about. It's literally the worst thing that you can do in old school RuneScape. It's so bad. But from level 9 to 19 Hunter, I think I'll be catching the Cerulean Twitches, and then from 19 to 29, the Tropical Wagtails, and then after that, I think it's Swamp Lizards. So right now, I'm just going to start some early level Hunter, and let's get it. But before I do that, I wanted to get my first ever Slayer task, and it's 10 vampires, and I got it from Vanaka in the Edgeville dungeon, so I guess we all start somewhere. Level 19 Hunter coming in, and now I can catch Tropical Wagtails. What's nice is that at level 20 Hunter, I'll be able to place 2 traps at once, and that's going to slightly increase my experience per hour, which will be good. And then from 19 to 29, Tropical Wagtails, and then 29 to 43 will be Swamp Lizards. After Swamp Lizards, I forget what I do after that. I think it's Falconry, but I guess I'll have to double check that. So right now, let's just continue on with the Hunter. Just hit level 43 Hunter, and I've been using Hunter potions. I would definitely recommend these because they give a +3 boost. Depending on your level, you can actually catch certain creatures early. So in my case, I actually left Tropical Wagtails at level 26, and I started these at level 29. And then also at level 37, I kept using them to get me to level 40. And that allowed me to place a 3rd trap at the Swamp Lizards, which then in turn was just increasing my XP per hour. I think these are only 5k each, but again, I would really recommend them. They are super helpful. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. It's the best way to support me on this channel, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. If you're liking the videos in general as well, feel free to hit that subscription button too. Turn those notifications on to stay tuned when I upload new videos. And if you have anything to say about this video in general, feel free to leave that down in the comment section below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have a happy Christmas Eve.